morning. We're in a wee tiny tent. Little tiny tent. Steps from a beach. Well, we're on a beach. I haven't had coffee yet. We're on a beach, and I'm going to show you the view in a second. It's extraordinary. And we camped here beside a friend that we met at the place that I have been staying in La Paz, the casita. And we came here for the night, met all kinds of really cool people, and had lunch at the little restaurant, Ceviche, which was amazing, the tuna and all kinds of yummy stuff. And so we stayed here. There's a joke that Baja midnight is 9 o'clock, and it's true. Because everybody wakes up with the sun and they go to sleep pretty much by 9 o'clock. But I might come back this weekend, I'm not sure. There's a big party here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and there will be hundreds of van lifers. Right now there's probably, I'm going to say 60 or 70 on this beach. I'm going to show you a little bit about it once I have coffee, because my friend Charlie is going to make me a coffee, which is just amazing. And it's 6:45, and we're just, Buddy and I, oh my god, he partied like a rock star. Look at him, he's still conked out, because there's so many dogs here. Van lifers have a lot of dogs, and they expect on the weekend there will be 60 or 70 dogs, for all of the van lifers are here. But now there's, well, he played with probably about 12 or 15, and had such a good time, and slept all night long. I woke up a few times because the crashing waves are pretty loud and the winds are pretty high. But I'm going to get out of this nice warm bed with a weighted blanket that my friend Charlie lent to me. I brought blankets too, but I got spoiled rotten and have a nice padded bed. And the neighbor donated an RV single mattress, so like I'm living the dream right now. But I'm gonna get up and unzip and show you the view. This is just a 1.5 person, and by half I mean if the person is that big. Very tiny tent. It's like one of those, coffin tents. And I'll show you what it looks like from the outside, but in particular why I picked this spot, because the view when I unzip this is incredible. Okay, hope you're having a good day. Oh my god, that's so funny. She's rubbing herself on Charlie's ankles.
So that's Charlie. And yeah, she's a bit of an angel. We met here on the property in La Paz, where I stayed for a month for $25 a day. We got along so well, I followed her to Tecolote Beach, 30 minutes from downtown La Paz, for a couple nights. And not only was it extraordinary, but I learned more about community and connection among nomads as a gathering was unfolding here. Some friends, some strangers, connected by the internet, and woven into a community on platforms like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, or simple texting. And periodically, those dispersed communities come together and attend official meetups, some with an almost festival feel. I've done two, one in Florida and one in Texas, both with Lulu, an internet sensation. This, my third meetup, is not for profit, but some are. And for 4 days, the community gathered with a full itinerary organized by some volunteers. There was yoga and other physical practices like dancing, breath work, and even a sort of therapy circle of sharing and empathy. Vendors brought their wares, and the nearby restaurants and the corner store thrived from the business. Nobody lives around Tecolote to be bothered, and van lifers tend to be leave no trace practicing people, meaning we don't leave garbage. What is the community?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
I would say the nomadic community is a hodgepodge of what I would consider misfit toys. Of like, it's like all the people
Oh my God, I love that.
like, there's a lot of people who like didn't fit with the norm of what I call the matrix. Is, it's like your cookie cutter world where, the white picket fence, the job, all that kind of stuff. And you get all these people who either were forced into van life or joined it for whatever reason and found this world that we all live in. And the community is a really interesting thing because it's like you get all these people that hit the road thinking, I'm going to go do this by myself and be adventurous. And then you find people who do that with you and you're like, whoa, friends.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because all of your friends move around and it's like, how do I stay in contact? And so then it becomes this like, you meet some friends, you meet some more friends, and then you find out that there is an event. And you're like, whoa, what is that? Like, I was alone for 8 months, and then I found this event called Schoolie Palooza, which is like
very famous in our community. Very famous.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I met so many people, and then went to Baja from there, and then found out that there were more events. And through those events, you find your like community members, and that's how we all kind of meet each other throughout the year. Is you're like, oh, I might not see most of these people for 6 to 10 months, but every time I do, I get closer with them. And then it's like each time I go to an event, I get a little bit closer with some people. And then between the events is when you spend time with them. And so then you get like, you pick your friends, you're like, oh, we vibe together. And now it's like from this big circle, these tiny little circles start to travel together. And so it's like, I see Ron all the time. Like we are constantly going in the same places. I see like, my friends Daniel and Melissa all the time. And like Mike, I've known for years. We travel in like similar circles. And so once you meet enough people in this quote unquote community, you then have your friends that you're able to see more frequently. And honestly, once you meet enough people, you never have to be alone again, which is nice.
So your community isn't a physical space.
No, it's like this amorphous, you can't put a pin on it, kind of like where it is. It's the community is the people. It's not a thing.
It's not geography.
No, it's, yeah.
The community will always disperse again after a meetup, but stay in contact using social media. Smaller groups are already planning to meet in Moab, Utah, and Bend, Oregon. For them, their community is not defined by proximity. After this, I traveled an hour from my temporary home base in La Paz to meet up with Charlie again in La Ventana, where she was visiting friends. While watching the kiteboarders, we shared stuff I don't think other friends do, because we get each other. We're nomads. Our homes are on wheels, and our hearts are in travel. So thank you for being part of our community wherever we are in the world. Please like and subscribe. We appreciate it.